Well, hello 1L. We're going to be solving some problems with proportions today. Our learning goal, I can successfully solve real-world problems that involve proportions, which is basically just what I said. So we're going to start with some examples and how to set them up. So example number 1 says, the Crayola crayon company can make 2,400 crayons in 4 minutes. So I'm going to take my yellow highlighter and highlight 2,400 crayons and 4 minutes. Then it says, how many crayons can they make in 15 minutes? So I'm going to take a pink highlighter and highlight 15 minutes. So I've separated it into the information that they gave us about the ratio and the information they're asking us to find. So now the stuff I've highlighted in yellow, we're going to use that to set up a proportion. The information they've given us about a whole ratio. So notice in step 1 it says set up a ratio with the rate given. So this is a rate, 2,400 crayons in 4 minutes. So I'm going to write that down, 2,400 and 4. Now beside it, and I want you to do this too, I'm going to put little letters like C for crayons and M for minutes to tell me what these things stand for, just to make sure that I have them in the right order. So now it says, how many crayons can they make in 15 minutes? So I've set this up. Let's go down and it says, fill in the second ratio with the other number you were given. So I'm going to clone this and pull it down here because this is my ratio. And remember that the top one was the crayons and the bottom one was the minutes. So we've got to set up a second ratio. And this 15 minutes is the other information we've been given. So minutes is the information we've been given, so I have to make sure that I put that 15 down here because the bottom is the minutes. And then we're going to fill in the variable up here, and I'm going to use an X. Now, this says solve the proportion using cross multiplying. You can solve it using the multiplication or finding the multiplier if you want to, but usually it's going to be easier cross multiplying. And remember, for cross multiplying, we have to multiply crossways for the numbers that are both there and then divide by what's left over. So here's how we're going to write it down. X equals 2,400 times 15 divided by 4, and that's our cross multiplying. So let's pull up my calculator and go 2,400 divided by, times 15, and then divide that by 4. So that says 9,000. 9,000. And since this is a word problem, we should finish it with a therefore statement. Therefore, you can make 9,000 crayons in 15 minutes. Okay, now the next one, we're going to do this. I didn't put the step 1, step 2, step 3 down. But you can do it in the steps if you want to. I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to take my yellow highlighter and highlight the rate that we're given in the first place. It says a typist can type 120 words in 100 seconds. And then I'm going to take my other color highlighter, and it says at that rate, how many seconds would it take her to type 258 words? So remember, we're going to take the stuff that's in yellow, the information about the rate that they've given us, and write it as a ratio. So 120 to 100, and put our little letters beside it, words and seconds, so that we know what these things stand for. Now we're going to set up our second ratio. Now the stuff that I've highlighted in pink or purple is words. So words goes on top of the ratio. So we have to put in our 258 here, and then on the bottom is where we're going to put in our variable. So now we have to do our cross multiplying to find x. And remember, with our cross multiplying, I'm going to put it on here again. We multiply the two numbers that are both there, and then we divide by the one that's left over. So we go 258 times 100 divided by 120. Let's pull out our calculator. 258 times 100 divided by 120. 215. So we need to put our therefore statement. So therefore, it will take 215 seconds to type 258 words. Now, I didn't ask you to do this, but we're going to change one little thing in here. What if I asked you how many minutes this was? How do you change seconds into minutes? Well, if I change seconds into minutes, I need to remember that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. So I'm going to take this 215 seconds and divide it by 60. So that gives me 215 divided by 60 is 3 and something. So that's 3 minutes. But 3 minutes is actually 3 times 60 is 180. So to get to that 215, we need a few more seconds. So I'm going to do 215 subtract 180 and see that I need another there's another 35 seconds left over. So this is actually 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Another way we could have done that, okay, I'm just going to show you on the calculator. If I wanted to change seconds into minutes, I could do 215 divided by 60. And now I'm going to subtract off the whole number. I'm going to subtract 3. So it's 0.533333 of a minute. And since there's 60 seconds in a minute, I'm going to multiply that by 60, and it's going to show me, and see, it still leaves all of those decimal places in, but 0.999999999 is about as close to 35 as we really want to get. So that's 35 seconds that way as well. Okay, we're going to leave that at that right now, and you have a worksheet to complete.